There are plenty of fun facts about Italy. It's one of Europe's most visited countries. The history's long, the culture's rich, and the food's delectable. But what do you actually know? Here are our interesting facts about Italy. Time to test your knowledge. 1. Italy is one of Western Europe's youngest countries. Italy has one of Europe's longest histories. Yet it's only been a country since 1861. In Roman times, Italy was a single entity. It then divided into a collection of sovereign states and remained that way until 1861. This long history of individuality is why the country today has such a wide range of cultural variations. 2. Rome is over 2,000 years old. Rome was founded in 753 BC and the Roman Empire was born in 27 BC. The empire ruled Europe and parts of North Africa, right up until 395 AD. After the fall of the empire, Italy divided into separate states until 1861. Italy's national day is called Festa della Repubblica, and it's celebrated each year on the 2nd of June. 3. The country was under a dictatorship for 20 years. Benito Mussolini established a dictatorship in Italy in 1925 and ruled the country until 1945. Known as Il Duce at the height of his powers, Mussolini wasn't always a fascist. In fact, he began his political life as a radical socialist and served as Italian PM until 1922. During World War II, he aligned Italy with Germany and, in 1945, was executed by partisan troops. 4. Italy's last king ruled for just 36 days. Italy was a dictatorship until 1945, although it also had a royal family until 1946. After World War II, the country voted to become a republic, and King Umberto II only ruled from the 9th of May to the 12th of June 1946. He ended his days exiled in Portugal. In a nod to his unusually short reign, he's known in Italy as the May King. 5. Italy's flag is green, white, and red. Italy's flag represents hope, faith, and charity. Green is hope. White denotes faith and red is the color of charity. Inspired by the French flag, it's often called Il Tricolore. Tricolor Day in Italy is the 7th of January, and it's celebrated on Reggio Emilia, at the very spot where the flag was first adopted in 1797. 6. Tourists throw €1 million into the Trevi Fountain each year. Toss a coin into the Trevi and you'll return to Rome. That's the legend. Tourists toss around €3,000 a day into the fountain. This amounts to roughly €1 million every year, which is all donated to charity. 7. 13 of Shakespeare's 38 plays are set in Italy. Romeo and Juliet is set in Verona, and you can even visit Juliet's balcony in the city. Julius Caesar takes place in Rome. Both Othello and The Merchant of Venice are set in Venice. And Much Ado About Nothing is based in Messina. Although Shakespeare is surprisingly accurate about Italy, there's no proof he ever visited the country. 8. Pinocchio was first published in an Italian newspaper. Carlo Collodi wrote the legendary story Pinocchio in 1880. It was originally serialized in the children's newspaper, Giornale per i Bambini. 9. Italy has more World Heritage Sites than any other country. Italy has 55 World Heritage Sites, more than anywhere else on Earth. They cover the entire country and range from Mount Etna to the Colosseum. 10. The Sistine Chapel welcomes over 20,000 visitors every day. Michelangelo completed the Sistine ceiling in 1512, and today the Sistine Chapel is one of the world's most visited monuments. It's also the official residence of the Pope, as well as the site of the papal conclave, the process for selecting new popes. 11. Italy is home to Europe's only 3 active volcanoes. There's a reason. Italy gets a few mentions in Roundup of the world's top volcanoes. Mount Etna on Sicily last erupted in 2021, its 50th recorded eruption. However, plumes of steam regularly flow out of the volcano and are best seen from Catania. Despite its liveliness, you can also trek to Etna's summit. Mount Stromboli is another active Italian volcano. It's on a small island near Sicily. If you plan to visit, check current activity and go with experienced guides. Vesuvius in Naples has been dormant since 1944, but a visit to nearby Pompeii lets you see the effects of its devastating 76 AD eruption. 12. The Vatican City is the world's smallest country. The Vatican City in Rome covers just 1,000 acres. In 1929, it became a sovereign nation, and the Pope is officially its head of state. The Vatican's economy is mainly fueled by donations. It's only in 1/8 of the size of Central Park, yet packed with monuments. This is where you'll see St. Peter's Basilica, and it's also home to the Sistine Chapel. 13. Italy is the 5th most visited country in the world. Almost 65 million people visit Italy each year. Given that most head to Rome, Florence, and Pisa, it's still possible to find uncrowded places. Try Castelmezzano and Basilicata or head to Camogli in Liguria. Though growing in popularity, Puglia is another stunning, less crowded option. 14. Italy has over 1,500 lakes. Italy is covered in lakes and not just icons like Lake Garda or Lake Como. There are several lesser-known beauties too, and you'll find lakes to hike round, lakes for boat trips, and quite a few that are wild swimming legends. If you're in Milan, take a tour of Lake Como and Bellagio for the day. Water lovers will also want to discover the best beaches in Italy. 15. Italy's highest mountain is Mont Blanc. Italy shares Mont Blanc with France. Although it's called Monte Bianco in Italian, it rises 4,808 meters above sea level and is Italy's highest peak, as well as the highest mountain in the Alps. 16. Italy has the oldest population in Europe. The average age in Italy is 45.7 years, giving it Europe's oldest population. In world terms, only Japan's population is older, and estimates suggest the average age in Italy will be 54 years by 2050. In fact, Sardinia is one of the world's 5 blue zones, places where residents live the longest. The main reasons given for Italy's aging population are low birth rate and extraordinary longevity, which might be attributed to the local diet. 17. Sontorio designed the world's first thermometer. Italian Sontorio invented the thermometer in 1612. It was the first instrument to show an exact temperature against a scale. Galileo had previously worked on a thermoscope, but his invention only showed changes in temperature and didn't measure the degrees of change. 18. Batteries were invented in Italy. The first batteries were invented in Italy in 1800 by Alessandro Volta, the man after whom volts are named. 19. Christopher Columbus was Italian. Columbus might have sailed under the Spanish flag, but he was actually Italian and born in Genoa in 1451. Genoa was Europe's largest medieval town. 20. The first ever bank started in Italy. The Bank of San Giorgio was another Italian world first. It opened in Genoa in 1149. 21. Italians invented eyeglasses. Italians also invented corrective eyeglasses. They were first made in the 13th century and used mainly by monks. Previously, ancient Romans had used magnifying glasses, but medieval Italian eyeglasses were the first to be worn. 22. Pizza was invented in Naples. Pizza gets a mention as early as 10 AD, but modern pizza was born in the 1700s and it originated in Naples. 23. Italians ate pasta as far back as 04 BC. Pasta dates back to 04 BC in Italy, and pre-Roman wall paintings even depict what's thought to be early pasta-making equipment. In Italy, salad is always eaten after the main course, as the fiber supposedly aids digestion. However, it's not a dessert. Italian meals have another 2 courses, so after salad, you can still look forward to fruit, and then dessert. 24. 14 billion espressos are consumed in Italy each year. Over 20,000 Italians work as baristas, and the country's average household coffee consumption is 37 kilograms a year. You can drink espresso anytime in Italy, but it's an unspoken rule that you don't order cappuccino after 11 a.m. 25. Italy is the world's largest wine producer. Italy produces about 54,800 hectoliters of wine a year compared to 49,000 hectoliters produced by France. Italy's also the world's largest wine exporter, with most exports going to Germany, United States, and the United Kingdom. Visit Tuscany and take a tour of Chianti vineyards with local experts. I hope you enjoyed your time discovering fascinating facts about Italy throughout this video. Italy's rich culture and history offer us numerous surprising and exciting details. Please share any interesting facts about Italy that were not covered in this video in the comments below. Thank you for watching.